Welcome to our journey into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. In a world that thrives on constant sharing and relentless noise, have you ever wondered if holding back could actually empower you? Today we're diving into 5 key areas of your life: your future plans, personal struggles, financial details, acts of kindness, and your next strategic move that you might be exposing more than necessary. Drawing from ancient Stoic insights and enriched with real-life stories, we'll show you why embracing a little silence can be the secret to building inner strength, resilience, and true fulfillment. Get ready to uncover practical strategies to protect what matters most and to transform your life by letting your actions speak louder than words. In Invitation to Quiet Strength, imagine standing at the edge of a vast, untamed forest. The cacophony of everyday life, social media notifications, unsolicited advice, and the urge to broadcast every triumph and trial threatens to overwhelm you. Yet, deep within you sense a silent, resilient force waiting to be awakened, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. In today's hyper-connected world, our lives are on display 24/7, but as the Stoics remind us, there is profound strength in withholding, in choosing carefully what to reveal and what to protect. This isn't about isolation or secretiveness. It's about cultivating a sanctuary within yourself, where your plans, struggles, finances, and even your kind acts can mature without external interference. In our journey together today, I will share 5 key areas where by holding back, you can secure your inner peace and power. These areas include your future plans and aspirations, your personal struggles and inner battles, your financial matters and achievements, your acts of kindness and good deeds, your next move or strategy. By the end of this exploration, you'll understand why and how quietude can be your secret weapon for growth, resilience, and true fulfillment. The ancient Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, believed that sharing your ambitions too early can plant seeds of doubt and invite unwanted external influences. Your future plans, much like delicate seeds, require a protected environment to grow strong. Announcing your intentions prematurely may lead to external negativity, sabotage, or even premature satisfaction that drains your motivation. I recall a time when I was bursting with excitement over a new project idea, a novel research approach I was convinced could revolutionize my field. Overwhelmed by the urge to share, I announced my plan to a wide audience, expecting immediate encouragement. Instead, I was met with unsolicited criticism and a barrage of practical suggestions that, rather than inspiring me, stifled my original vision. It felt like watching a fragile sapling being trampled on before it had a chance to root itself in fertile soil. Since then, I've learned to treat my aspirations as precious seeds that need careful nurturing. I now practice quiet commitment, investing time and energy into refining my ideas privately until they are robust enough to stand on their own. This approach not only preserves the purity of my vision, but also shields it from external negativity. In a world where every spark of inspiration is often broadcast on social media, the Stoic lesson here is clear. Let your ambitions mature in the quiet until you're ready to let the world witness the full bloom of your efforts. Consider the story of a young artist, Maya, who had a vision to create a series of paintings that told the story of personal loss and recovery. Instead of immediately showcasing her plans on social media, she chose to work in solitude. Over months of quiet dedication, her vision transformed into a breathtaking collection that moved viewers deeply. When she finally exhibited her work, It was not only a triumphant revelation of her artistic journey, but also a testament to the power of patience and internal focus. Maya's success was rooted in her decision to guard her creative process from premature exposure, a decision that resonates with the Stoic ideal of inner strength. Stoicism teaches that while hardships and struggles are inevitable, they are best managed away from the prying eyes of the world. Sharing every internal battle invites judgment, pity, and even manipulation. Epictetus and Seneca both remind us that our pain and challenges, when processed in solitude or with trusted confidants, build an inner fortress that no external force can easily shake. I once had a mentor who would candidly share every setback and hardship with anyone who would listen. At first it seemed noble, an open display of vulnerability. However, over time, I observed that this practice often led to him being misunderstood or even having his challenges exploited by those who only sought to use his vulnerabilities. Reflecting on his experience and comparing it with my own practice, I embraced a more measured approach. I began to process my struggles privately, sharing only with those rare souls who had proven their trustworthiness over time. This selective vulnerability allowed me to develop resilience and self-reliance without the added weight of external judgments. Let me tell you about Tom, a close friend who faced severe professional setbacks early in his career. Tom initially believed that speaking openly about his struggles would garner sympathy and advice. Instead, he found that every shared hardship seemed to compound his burden, as unsolicited opinions and pity further clouded his judgment. Gradually, Tom learned to retreat into a safe space, processing his emotions quietly and then discussing them only with a small circle of trusted friends. Over time, Tom's internal resolve grew so strong that his challenges transformed into stepping stones for personal development. His story is a vivid reminder. Sometimes the most powerful battles are fought and won in silence. For the Stoics, wealth was never the measure of one's worth. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca taught that our character, resilience, and wisdom define us far more than our bank balance ever could. Sharing financial successes may incite envy, while discussing financial hardships can invite manipulation and pity. By keeping your financial affairs private, you safeguard not only your privacy, but also your peace of mind and decision-making autonomy. I once witnessed a colleague, driven by the excitement of newfound financial success, openly boast about every detail of his earnings and investments. Initially, his transparency seemed admirable, but soon it created an unintended ripple effect. Envy among peers, unsolicited advice, and a series of awkward requests for loans or favors. Over time, I learned that financial discretion isn't about hiding your achievements. It's about preserving your inner equilibrium and maintaining healthy relationships free from the corrosive effects of envy and judgment. Take the case of Sarah, an entrepreneur who experienced both meteoric rises and challenging downturns in her business. In her early days, Sarah was inclined to share every detail of her financial journey, from soaring profits to deep pockets of losses. However, she soon discovered that such transparency made her a magnet for both envy and unwarranted scrutiny. Recognizing this, Sarah adopted a more stoic approach. She began discussing her financial matters only in professional settings with trusted advisors. This change not only shielded her from negative influences, but also allowed her to focus on making decisions that aligned with her long-term vision rather than short-term applause or criticism. True kindness, according to Stoic thought, does not seek an audience. Seneca reminds us that virtue is its own reward, and genuine acts of kindness should not be performed with an eye toward recognition or applause. When you make a difference in someone's life, the real value lies in the act itself and the personal satisfaction it brings, not in the number of likes or shares on social media. I vividly remember a time when I organized a community outreach event. Instead of publicizing every act of volunteerism, I encouraged those involved to focus on the impact of their work rather than the praise they might receive. One volunteer, Emily, once remarked that the quiet satisfaction of knowing she had helped someone in need was far more fulfilling than any public recognition could ever be. Over time, I've come to cherish the inner glow that comes from selfless acts performed without fanfare. It's a reminder that our capacity for kindness is best nurtured when it remains a personal dialogue between our values and our actions, untainted by external expectations. Not too long ago, I assisted a struggling neighbor in navigating a financial crisis. Instead of making a public display of my assistance, I kept our interactions discreet. Later, when I was asked about the incident, I simply said that sometimes the most important acts of kindness are those that remain unseen. This approach not only preserved my neighbor's dignity, but also reinforced my belief that the joy of giving is amplified when it is free from the need for validation. There is a subtle yet profound wisdom in keeping your next move, your strategic plans and future actions closely guarded until they have taken shape. Revealing your intentions prematurely can expose you to criticism, jealousy, and even sabotage. Epictetus urged us to consider our next steps as a personal secret, a dynamic plan that belongs solely to us until it's fully realized. In my own career, I once planned to launch a new research initiative that I believed would change the way we approached a critical problem. The temptation to share this big idea was enormous. After all, early praise can be a great motivator. However, I soon realized that each time I discussed my plans, I inadvertently invited doubts and alternative suggestions that muddied my vision. By choosing instead to work in relative silence, I was able to refine my approach without interference. When I finally revealed the project backed by solid results and meticulous planning, the impact was far more impressive than if it had been foreshadowed. Let's revisit the analogy of a chess game, a game where every move must be deliberate and strategic. Imagine a grandmaster who announces their strategy on every turn. Their opponent would have every opportunity to counteract and disrupt their plans. In life, too, exposing your next move before it's fully developed can leave you vulnerable to external disruptions. Consider the case of an ambitious startup founder, Alex, who initially shared every detail of his innovative product. Soon, competitors began to mimic his ideas, and investors grew wary of his seemingly premature disclosure. Learning from this, Alex switched to a strategy of measured secrecy, revealing only milestones once they were achieved. This shift allowed him to maintain a competitive edge and build a narrative of success that was both authentic and resilient. Now that we've explored these 5 domains, our plans, struggles, finances, acts of kindness, and next moves, let's take a moment to reflect on the overarching Stoic wisdom that ties them all together. At its core, Stoicism is not about isolation or hiding from the world. Rather, it's about cultivating a deep inner strength and a disciplined approach to life, where the only validation you need comes from within. In a society where oversharing has become the norm, choosing to hold certain aspects of our lives close to our chest is an act of self-respect. It is a commitment to authenticity, where your actions are driven by your values rather than external applause. When you share too much, be it your future plans, personal struggles, financial details, kind deeds, or your next move, you risk diluting their intrinsic value. The Stoics teach us that true power lies in the silence between actions, where your inner self is allowed to grow, evolve, and ultimately shine. I once met a business leader known for his unassuming yet transformative approach to success. He rarely discussed his strategic moves, and when he did share, it was only after the results had spoken for themselves. Colleagues marveled at his ability to remain unfazed by both praise and criticism. When asked about his secret, he simply said, "I trust in the process, and in my own judgment, my work is my message." That quiet confidence born out of disciplined reserve is a living embodiment of Stoic philosophy in practice, summarizing the timeless lessons. Before we close this deep dive, let's briefly recap the vital lessons that Stoicism offers in the realm of modern self-management. Future plans, keep them private until fully matured. Just as seeds need a quiet, nurturing environment to grow into mighty trees, your aspirations deserve time and discretion to develop without interference. Avoid early announcements, protect your creative energy, and prevent the dampening of your vision by external criticism. Personal struggles, process them internally. Embrace the idea that not every battle needs a public stage. Your hardships, when managed privately or with trusted confidence, fortify your inner resolve. Avoid unwanted judgment. By carefully choosing with whom you share your vulnerabilities, you shield yourself from misinterpretation and exploitation. Financial matters, maintain discretion. Whether celebrating a windfall or managing a setback, keep financial details guarded. This protects you from envy and ensures that your decisions remain autonomous and aligned with your true values. Focus on inner value over material wealth. Remember that wealth is neutral. It is how you use it that matters. Your character, not your bank balance, defines your worth. Acts of kindness. Perform good deeds quietly. Let your actions speak for themselves. Genuine kindness is a personal virtue that grows in the absence of the need for external validation. Respect the dignity of others. By keeping acts of kindness discreet, you honor the privacy and autonomy of those you help, reinforcing the purity of your intentions. Your next move. Plan strategically in silence. Guard your future moves until they are fully developed. This strategic reserve keeps you free from external pressures and shields you from competitive sabotage. Let results speak. When your plans finally materialize, allow your achievements to serve as a testament to your diligence, discipline, and inner strength. In a world overflowing with noise, choosing silence is not an act of retreat. It is a declaration of inner power. By guarding your plans, struggles, finances, acts of kindness, and next moves, you create a space where genuine growth can flourish. The wisdom of the Stoics is not a relic of the past. It is a dynamic guide for our modern lives, urging us to cultivate our inner fortress, embrace the virtue of discretion, and trust in our own abilities. As you walk your unique path, remember that every decision to hold back is a step toward becoming a more resilient, focused, and authentic version of yourself. Let your actions be a quiet beacon, illuminating your journey without the need for constant external validation. This deliberate silence is the soil in which true greatness is cultivated, a soil enriched by introspection, discipline, and the unwavering belief that your worth is defined from within. To sum up, the essence of Stoic wisdom lies in understanding that not everything needs to be exposed to the world. Instead, by selectively choosing what to share, you conserve your energy, shield your inner self, and allow your true potential to blossom quietly, yet powerfully. Whether you're nurturing your dreams, grappling with personal challenges, managing financial matters, performing acts of kindness, or planning your next strategic move, let your actions and the resulting achievements speak louder than any proclamation. I invite you to take a moment to reflect on your own habits of sharing. Are there areas in your life where you might be unwittingly diluting your energy by exposing too much? Perhaps it's time to embrace a more measured approach, a Stoic blueprint for modern living that prizes quality over quantity in every expression of your life. As you experiment with this philosophy, you may find that the rewards are manifold: deeper self-trust, enhanced resilience, and a more profound sense of inner peace. The journey may require courage and discipline, but the destination, a life lived authentically, free from the clamor of external validation, is well worth the effort. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Stoic wisdom in our modern era. May your path be filled with quiet strength and purposeful silence, where each hidden seed eventually blossoms into a magnificent testament to your inner power. There is transformative power in what we choose to withhold as much as in what we choose to share. By protecting our plans, our struggles, our finances, our kind deeds, and our next moves, we reclaim control over our lives. We cultivate a resilient inner fortress that is impervious to the fleeting judgments and distractions of the outer world. This measured approach is not about isolation. It is about self-preservation, genuine growth, and the profound understanding that true fulfillment comes from within. Embrace this Stoic principle, live quietly, act decisively, and let your results speak volumes. In doing so, you honor not only the wisdom of the ancients, but also the unique, unrepeatable power of your own inner life. Stay grounded, remain steadfast, and above all, let your inner flame burn brilliantly unseen by many, yet lighting your path with unwavering clarity. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoic wisdom in our modern world. Remember, every moment you choose discretion over exposure is a step toward a more focused, empowered, and authentic self. If you found these insights valuable, make sure to subscribe and check out our next videos, where we'll delve deeper into practical techniques for harnessing inner strength and navigating life's challenges with calm confidence. Stay curious, keep your inner fortress secure, and let your actions continue to inspire. Until next time.